Bike training and road safety. I know what you're probably thinking, boring, been there, done all that. But listen, we make up 1% of road traffic, we bikers, but we're involved in 14% of all road casualties. And in fact, 1 in 7 of every road death happens to a biker. So it's a serious topic. And we're here today at the launch of this, Bike Safe Northwest. What's it all about? Come with me and we'll find out. First up, I asked John Moss, Cheshire's Chief Road Safety Officer, what the day was all about. John Moss, Chief Road Safety Officer for Cheshire, but also you're actually chairing this event today, aren't you?
Yes. As Chairman of the North West Local Authority Road Safety Officers Group, we've put together this initiative because we've got leisure riders coming into Cumbria, Lancashire and Cheshire from the big metropolitan areas, and they're having crashes.
Yeah, because it's mainly the leisure biker, isn't it?
It
that's
is.
causing this problem.
Yeah. We've got the normal commuting type problem, which is relatively low key. But on my own patch, for example, 23% of all of our killed are bikers.
Really?
Yep. And that's in the summer months as well.
And that is incredibly high, isn't it?
It is.
And what sort of people are getting involved in these accidents? I mean, it's not the young tearaways anymore, is it?
No, it's not as old as me, but ordinary folk. Those who've got disposable income now, anybody from sort of 25 through to about 50, they're going out, buying the bike, getting the gear, getting together with a group of their friends and then going leisure riding.
Yeah, so it's the same old problem that we've heard before.
Yeah.
But you're taking this very seriously, and I should point out to our viewers, and I've known you a long time, you are a biker, aren't you? You're doing this as a heartfelt thing, aren't you, really?
Yes.
It is really concerning you.
It is a big problem for me in that most of my leisure time is spent riding bikes.
Yeah.
I do a lot of miles every year, but in some of the things we're having to say, look, don't do that.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather say, well, do this. So what we're trying to do is put those two together and say, here's a way to do it, which means you'll have all the fun and enjoyment, but you'll live to go back home and talk about it.
Now, right on your patch is the Cat and Fiddle, and I've ridden it with you, and I know there's problems there. What are the problems?
Technically, it's a very tricky road anyhow. It gives the appearance of being an ordinary mountain road, but many of the corners have got a double apex.
Yeah.
And the riders set themselves up for the apex they see, and then it goes a bit further, and there's a second apex, and it comes back another 10 degrees. And, sorry to say it, they bottle out.
Yeah.
They shut the throttle or touch the brakes, and they straight line it.
Now, you saying that, I know that you've been running your lifetime skills course with Cheshire Road Safety Unit.
Yeah.
Is today, and the fact that we've now got the police involved, I mean, altogether you've got 25 local authorities, is it?
We have.
6 police forces.
It is, yeah.
So people are taking this really seriously.
We are.
You've obviously spent a lot of money. You got your little rolling road show here, and you're going to take this, to biker meets and
Yes, yeah. We just got approval from Alton Park. We can go there. It's at the big events we've got running around in the Cheshire and Merseyside area, North Wales. We're taking it to the riders and saying, look, come and join us, have a lot of fun, learn a few more top-edge skills, as it were, and you'll go home.
And survive.
And survive.
Well, that was the road safety officer's input, but what was going to be the police viewpoint? Pauline Clare, you're the Chief Constable for Lancashire, so this is obviously an important day for you, as you wouldn't be here.
It is a very important day for the whole of the police forces in the North West, because we want to take this opportunity to get some really, really important messages across to motorcyclists.
Yeah, I was listening to your fine words in there. It's obviously, I mean, the police have got lots of things to do, but obviously this has risen in your agenda, as it were. Motorcycle accidents are becoming a big problem.
They are. I mean, obviously the police service has a lot to do, but we really think this is an important issue. There's an increasing trend of people being involved in motorcycle collisions, and what we want to do is try and reverse that trend.
Yeah, because it is a big investment at the end of the day. I mean, just an event like this costs a lot of money, isn't it? And no one would waste money on it if they weren't going to get a return. So this is a real serious stab. And it's not persecution of bikers, is it?
Not at all. I mean, there is no way we're here to persecute bikers. What we're trying to do is get across a message of safety so that they go away and think about how they're behaving on the roads. So at the end of the day, they're much safer, and other people are much safer as a result.
Now, lots of bikers are going to think this might be biker persecution and you're just stopping them for small number plates and loud exhausts. Is that true?
The chances are that if a biker is stopped by a police officer, it's not because there's a problem with a number plate. It's probably because the officer's seen them either speeding or driving dangerously. And as a result of the conversation with that motorcyclist, then they will check the plates.
So how is this going to work? The road safety people in general, these 25 road safety officers and regions, they're going to be running these courses in conjunction with you, but also are you stepping up policing of various biker events?
Well, what we're doing is we're working in partnership with various other agencies, and we will make whatever contribution we feel is necessary to get the message across to motorcyclists to behave safely, and also to inform other members of the public that motorcyclists are actually quite vulnerable and they need to have respect for motorcyclists too.
Now, I know you've got fantastic roads around here, so you're not trying to put bikers off from coming to visit you, are you?
Well, absolutely, not just in the northwest, but throughout the country. Yes, by all means, go out and enjoy yourself, but do it safely.
Well, that's a very quick look at Bike Safe Northwest, but obviously the powers that be are taking this very, very seriously, so perhaps we should too. One thing for sure, I'm sure if you're in the Northwest, you're going to see more of Bike Safe Northwest.